Hey guys, Ron and Joanne. Living retired. Just want to show you a little addition to the mini solar farm we got. We got us a wind turbine. Some of you might think, well, you kind of low, shouldn't it? Been way up there. So yeah, it would have probably got, done a little bit, a little bit better. But I like it there. Eventually, when we do get a new tarp for the fire pit cover, I think that would probably help to keep the birds away. That's a 500 watt wind turbine, and it's rated between 24 to 30 amps. If I can just get 15 amps out of it, I mean, that is great. But days when it's overcast and cloudy today, wind turbines can add that extra little edge. Good thing about it, they can go 24/7, night and daytime, as long as there's wind. Reason why I've got it here, because directly across is the west, and back behind me is the east, and that is the southwest. Most of our storms and stuff come from south, west to west, a little bit northwest, but it comes right up through this little corridor here. If I had it on the house, yes, I'd probably got a little bit more, but among many reasons, I didn't want it up there. Two, since that's generating electricity, I just don't want a lightning rod on my chimney. A lot of your your wind turbines, usually you got two types. Coming straight out of the turbine, you got DC power and you got AC. Mine is AC. And how you know it's AC is when you're hooking the cable up to it. Coming out of the turbine is 3 identical wires. They're not labeled or nothing. That's a 3-phase. That's AC power. They call it wild AC. But there is an advantage, as I found out later, of having these kind. First of all, let's say if this was a DC, I have to hook probably 2-gauge cable to it. If I'm gonna run it further than 50 feet, then I need to go with 1 gauge. And you know the price of that per foot? And I'd have to have 3 strands of that mess. Now that's too much. But the reason why, because after about 50 feet, you lose a lot of your energy. DC long distances, you do lose energy. Now this being AC coming out, you can get like a 3-prong heavy-duty extension cord. I got one, I think it's, I believe it's either 14, yeah, it's 14 gauge. And it works fine. I cut off the ends and I clamped on together, both of the end pieces together, and works great. With AC, you don't have to have big cable, and you can run that stuff almost as far as you want, and it's not going to lose energy. Ain't that cool? I learned that last night. It's like, ooh, sweet. You got 5 blades, you got 3 blades. You never really see one in 6. You never see one in 2. They're always offset. There's a reason for that. But this one takes about 9 miles an hour of constant wind for it to get doing its due. And some of your 3-blade ones, they're kind of rated for low wind. and they will kick up a lot, quicker. But I found out too, they've got a lower top out RPM rate. That one is high RPM. That can go up pretty high. So I lucked out. Found that on eBay, and I think I paid about 120. I'm not made out of money. I have to. I haven't went grocery shopping in a while, folks. I've been living off of my supplies I've been putting back for a while. But I do that in case if there's things I need, then I'll put back a little money at a time that I would have normally spent on other things, and that's how I get stuff like this. So yeah, we sacrifice in one way, but we're not going out without food. Don't worry about that. Just probably not the preferred food that we prefer to eat, but hey, it's keeping us alive. But I've got this to help supply my batteries. During the daytime and sun, everything is great. It works fine. All the solar panels and all of them, it works really good. But when it starts getting cloudy, then your collection, your energy collection starts slowing down. And so I've been depending on a charger maintainer to kind of throw a few amps. Usually I'll keep it about 10 amps, and I've got it on a timer, so certain times of the day it'll kick on just to add a little extra amp. But I'm hoping that will replace it, but we'll find out. There it goes. Turn, baby, turn. Whee! Free electricity, folks. Gotta love it. But I keep it down here. It's low. I like to watch it. And two, less chance of that thing being a lightning rod without it being too far out. Because like I said, that's producing AC current. And that might draw a lightning bolt if it's too far up there. I've got to ground it off. So my next little thing I'm gonna do is have me a copper rod, pound it down beside it, run me a thick wire up to the casing and connect it, just to relieve any kind of static buildup or what, just to be safe. It's pretty neat. Oh, done a little bit of changes to the gardening. I took down that old flimsy fence I had. I had a few 4x4s, or actually 1.5, and had to go get a couple of more and then some 2x4s. Great thing about that, when I went to the store and then I had to wait for a while because the cashier was working with a couple of people on her purchases, it was taking longer, and she says, "Sir, you've been waiting for a while, I'll make it up to you and give you a discount." She gave me a $10 discount. That paid for half of my wood, praise God. Tell me God wasn't in on that. But I've kind of extended it out a little bit and been tilling and putting in some wood charcoal from the fire pit, mixing all that in, and I've still got to go get me a few bags of manure compost, and I think she'll be ready for spring. Start beginning to get some of my stuff and start letting them to seed, to germinate. But trying to make sure that the garden is going to be in prime condition in early spring. Got a feeling the way everything's going up, gonna need it. This garden doesn't, we can't survive off of it. All this thing does is complement what we have. And it's done a great job. Last year, it's a lot of stuff was coming out. And I still got a lot of things in my freezer, a lot of tomatoes and stuff, and some squash that we've been eating every now and then. So I've been happy. I was happy with the output. My tomatoes could have done a little better. But I think I probably added too much Miracle-Gro into the soil. Probably had too much fertilizer, and maybe what I thought was blight, probably just too much fertilizer, and that was causing a lot of the leaves and stuff to turn. So we're going to do things a little differently this year, and adding a lot more carbon. I've been putting a whole bunch of eggshells in it for calcium. So we're going to start going and kind of increase the potassium, the calcium, and add a little cow poop. Cow poop compost. Yeah, buddy. Too bad you can't put dog poop in there. Shoot, Mocha, man, he can deliver a lot. Ooh, look at that baby. Yeah, sweet. She is spinning. I don't know if it's can you hear it? Yeah, that's sweet. Turn, baby, turn. I'm looking in the camera on my phone, and sometimes it looked like it almost stopped. That thing was going like crazy. I like that. That just gave me a little bit of current in my batteries. Gotta love it. Well, got a lot of straw here. A while back, we was getting a lot of massive rain, and this was turned into a mud pit. So everywhere where the dogs would walk, I put straw. Shoot, man. All I need now is about 4 of those fainting goats growing back in here. Have some cheap entertainment. Those are the kind where you can clap your hands and they all fall down. Them poor dudes would never get to walk across a yard all at one complete run. They'd be falling down every time if I'm out here. Well, improvements on the garden. Wind turbine, beautiful weather, windy, solar panels, battery box, my beautiful wife, cool family, God. What else could you ask for? Y'all have a blessed day. Living Retired. We're gonna sign off. Next project, tarp, 8x16, heavy duty. Need it bad. That looks rough. I've been through some storms. All right, we're gone. Y'all have a blessed day.